The Cleveland media is hating on SHEDEUR once again. And also, Skip Bayless exposed Kevin Stefanski, the hiring of the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. We getting ready to talk about it tonight right here on Sports Talk with Pete Watts. Do me a favor, do me a solid. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification button, it'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Let's get this show started. Let's go.
That nigga got a Grammy.
What's that, homie?
He said he got a Grammy.
You Emmy Award, my boy. ESPN.
Shirt and all, my boy. He said, say cheese. Shirt and all. Put the shirt on. Put the shirt on. Put it on. Put the shirt on. Put the shirt on.
But it's cool, bro.
He said, look, man. I told you he was going to play it cool.
You know, man. I don't want to be in a...
Hit me award. From the Hemi.
He ain't want damn.
The Cleveland media over there on ESPN Cleveland is hating on SHEDEUR Sanders again. It was a debate about how SHEDEUR performed this past year. You got Gerard Cherry, who played for the Cleveland Browns, talking up about SHEDEUR Sanders, and you got his co-host of the show talking negative about SHEDEUR Sanders. And we finna expose it right here on Sports Talk with B. Rice. When you look at the performance of SHEDEUR Sanders this year, you got to add everything into its perspective when it comes to playing quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. What SHEDEUR had to go through. Once again, I hate to keep bringing this up. SHEDEUR Sanders did not get first team reps during training camp, nor during the preseason like Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel. SHEDEUR Sanders was thrust in the game at halftime, after halftime of the Baltimore Ravens football game. He didn't start getting first team reps until the next week when he went up against the Las Vegas Raiders. What do they expect SHEDEUR to do as a quarterback when Kevin Stefanski, the head coach, along with Tommy Reese, didn't prepare him to be the starting quarterback? When you listen to this conversation, it's going to show you how split they are when it comes down to SHEDEUR Sanders. The Cleveland Browns media, not the fan base, it's just the media who talk to a different type of people trying to persuade them, or they could be having an honest conversation. Let's listen to the conversation over there on ESPN Cleveland with Gerard Cherry. Let's go.
At worst, I say he showed second-round draft pick skill when what he accomplished this year.
See, it's been moments when he did, and it's been moments when he showed fifth-round skill too. Like, if we're gonna step back and be very honest about the situation.
The reason why I don't agree with that, is because he got injected into the mid part of the season where everybody else is in season form, and he's basically operating from the preseason form. That's why I give him that sliding scale.
So you believe? So just to clear, you believe he wouldn't have thrown in the double coverage had he got more reps in training camp? Because there were some terrible passes.
There were some bad passes, but it could also be minimized as well, because the more reps you get, the what you should get, the better you should get.
You should get.
That's ESPN Cleveland, Gerard Cherry them talking about SHEDEUR Sanders. You got one guy say he performed like a second-round draft pick when he was drafted in the fifth round, and you have the other guy, I don't know his name, he's saying SHEDEUR at times played like a fifth-round draft pick. I guess when Josh Allen throw interception, he throw plenty of them in the playoff, and he the best player in the NFL for the last 3 to 5 years. He throw interception. And he was a first-round draft pick. How did his game look? Okay, you didn't like that. Let me come at you like this. When you look at Caleb Williams, how did he perform all season long? Okay, you didn't like that. Let's look at the first player that was chosen in this past NFL draft, Cam Ward. How many interceptions he done throw this year? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, get that idea out your head, Cleveland media. SHEDEUR Sanders was chosen in the fifth round because of collusion. Put it out there. Let that sink in. It wasn't because of his talent. Did y'all see SHEDEUR play in Colorado? Did you? Okay, I'm not even going to go back that far. Did you see him play against Tennessee? Did you see SHEDEUR play against the Las Vegas Raiders? He said at times he was throwing the ball into double coverage. Every quarterback do that. I don't see. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes that defensive cornerback got your number, sometimes it don't. Sometimes SHEDEUR just had to test. He had to test his arm strength out to see can he get the ball into a tight window when he wasn't given the chance during training camp, preseason, nor the regular season until the seventh game of the season. I'm just trying to keep it real and keep it a buck with you. SHEDEUR Sanders played like a first round. Let's get that straight. He played like a first round draft pick quarterback. No other quarterback that was drafted in the same year that SHEDEUR was better than him this year. And they practiced with their first team all season, preseason, and during the regular season. So for people to continue to label SHEDEUR as a fifth round draft pick quarterback, man, I'm like Mel Kiper. You ain't been watching the same games I've been watching. Yeah. Once again, I got to label you as a hater if you say that. If you saying that SHEDEUR played like a fifth round draft pick at times, you're a hater. From Sports Talk, with B. Watts. SHEDEUR Sanders did not play like a fifth round draft pick. He played with a bunch of mishap, fifth round, no round draft pick offensive line. Look at the wide receiver records he had. He made some of them look good. Matter of fact, he made all of them look good. How did they play with Joe Flacco was out there? How did the wide receivers look and the offensive line look when Dillon Gabriel was out there? I'm going to remind you, here it is right there when Dillon Gabriel was out there. I hope you're tuning in to the show. And I'm reminding you how Dillon Gabriel and SHEDEUR looked totally different when they was at that quarterback position. Dillon Gabriel looked like a no-round draft pick quarterback. SHEDEUR Sanders looked like a first-round draft pick. And I'm not even knocking Dillon Gabriel because it could have been Kevin Stefanski who signed him up. Yeah, I'm just trying to tell you, fam, I'm keeping it real over here. SHEDEUR Sanders performed just like a first-round draft pick. He should have been the first player chosen, if not Travis Hunter, in this past NFL draft. I'm not going to knock Travis Hunter. He was a Heisman Trophy winner. But I'm just saying, SHEDEUR Sanders, hey, people going to hate. They're just going to hate, and I can't change their mind, but I'm going to expose them when I see it. But check this out. Skip Bayless. Yeah. Over there on the Arenas podcast, along with the NFL coach, along with two former NFL players, man, they exposing Kevin Stefanski, the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. They want to know what in the world what Atlanta Falcons thinking about. Moving from a head coach who have won more games in the last 2 years than the head coach that you're hiring in his 2 years. One on 116, Kevin Stefanski won 8. Make that make sense. Let's listen to Skip Bayless and the crew while they serving Kevin Stefanski up. You hear me? Skip Bayless.
I think he's smug. I think he's arrogant. I'll give it a D as in dumb, as in dud. I don't like him. I don't like the way he comes across. I don't like the way he treated Baker. I don't like the way he handled SHEDEUR. I think he thinks he's always the smartest guy in the building and in the locker room, and he wants the credit more than the quarterback should get the credit. He's not the right fit or the right flavor for this town and this team.
I think Stefanski should have had to go back as a coordinator somewhere, and then if he got another chance, then sure, great. I would have rather had him keep Raheem and hire Stefanski as offensive coordinator. I hate to give it a D, but it's got to be a D just based on you're getting rid of a guy with a better record than the guy you're hiring.
I gave it an F. Why is we bringing this guy in to save our franchise? You had a losing record your entire time in Cleveland. Rye had a better record than this guy. We swapping them? I don't get it.
My grade, W. Why? Where do y'all see this going? This is a new age of how teams are calling. You need a young, creative mind. This ain't the guy to make that keep going or to change it. You had one top 10 scoring offense in your entire time of being in Cleveland. One.
That's Skip Bayless and the crew talking about the hiring of the Atlanta Falcons head coach, Kevin Stefanski. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I'm telling you right now, in my hometown, my brother, my next door neighbor, my auntie, man, they are hot. You hear me? They had season tickets up to this year and say, hey, that's all right. We ain't renewing them season tickets. My ex, she's a diehard Atlanta Falcon fan. She been going to the Atlanta Falcon game, man, since I don't know what. And her dad, they tailgate every home game 8 times a year for the last, maybe 15 to 20 years. She said no. Not this year. But when she told me that, I said, what? I said, y'all ain't. They said no. Kevin Stefanski, boy, I don't know. I don't know how this gonna turn out for you, nor Matt Ryan, who hired you, and he is the former quarterback, and now he's serving as the president of the Atlanta Falcons. I'm telling you, Arthur Blank, they might boycott for you. T.I. them, you know T.I. boycott now. They will boycott you in a heartbeat. But we'll see. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, hey, I won't be able to do a live show tonight. This is going to be my version of the live show, but I will be back on tomorrow night. Got to spend time with the family tonight. They say it is what it is, so I don't think I'll be back in time. But I know I won't be back in time to do a live show. So I'll see y'all tomorrow night, that Saturday night, at the live show at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. All right? But once again, hit that like button for me. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Join the membership. Anything that you do to support this broadcast is highly appreciated. Once again, thank you for watching. Sports Talk will be wise. Until then, peace.
Wizard.